Hey everyone, I'm just getting set up a little bit. Hold on. I like to have a good angle. Hold on. There we go. What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to another edition of yoga for the Uxbridge Library. So today we're going to start standing. And when you come onto your mat, initially notice how you're standing. Now, maybe many of you have already gotten into your mountain pose because I've kind of drilled it into you, or you started coming up on your toes and back on your heels, which is a great thing. Maybe let's start doing that. But if you notice, if you come into your mat, and I'm going to totally exaggerate, that you're kind of leaning, and I'm totally exaggerating, see if you can just stand up and don't make it so military. Okay, it's you're standing so that you're really rooted into the earth. So maybe, here's another one. Take your feet and see if you could kind of squish them together like you're grabbing something with the bottom of your foot, and then let it go. And feel the whole bottom of your feet really, in a sense, soften into the floor. And then take your shoulders up, back, down, and around, and relax. Okay? It's good posture, but it's not like a stringent, militaristic standing. And then from here, now that you know you're rooted and you got the feeling going on, notice other sensations that might be going on. Notice if it's different to start standing. If you like it, you dislike it. If anything else feels comfortable or not comfortable, just give an inquiry into your sensations and how you're doing today. And take a nice big inhale and exhale. All right, let's move. Okay, so inhale your arms up real slow. We're starting off. Exhale down. And I should have also mentioned that your knees should be a little soft, a little tiny bend. Inhale up, exhale down. And today, I also neglected to say, you might need a block or a chair or a huge book, because we're going to be doing some side stuff, okay? Some balancing stuff. And inhale up. Keep your arms up. And feel the rib cage really, it's going up, right? Because your rib cage is going up. And then bring one arm down and arch over, feeling your whole side. And then come on back up and do the other side just for a moment. And then let's get dynamic about it. So arm up and down and just go side to side. It's kind of like doing a nice windmill, just getting the sides going. Like I said, it's a side day. All right, and then when you're done, bring your hands behind your back, clasp your hands. Make sure that your elbows are a little bent. Just getting a good stretch across the front of your body. And breathing in and breathing out. And then clasp your hands forward and press out. So we're kind of getting the forearms stretched. It's very interesting to feel that. And then just for the heck of it, while we're here, just take your wrist. Here's a new one, like you're revving a motorcycle. Okay, just rev it up. Just moving the wrist up and down. And then rotate it around. And you're not gripping. You're not going to punch anybody type grip, okay? And then rotate it around the other way. Got to keep those. And then piano playing with the fingers, right? Okay, windshield wiper or windshield washer. Just kind of bend your knees and move side to side. So now you're bending your knees a little bit, just starting to get the whole body kind of warmed up, getting a little tiny twist. It's not a mega twist. Although if there are any kids doing this, I'm sure they're whipping around, okay? This is not a whip around. This is just kind of bending up and down. All right. All right, let's come to the front of our mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. You know your feet are rooted into the floor, right? Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale, fold down to a forward fold. Okay. And then let's just continue warming up. So bring your hands to your knees or behind your knees. Inhale halfway up. That flat back, right? Exhale down. Bend your knees softly and stand all the way up, reaching up, all the way up. Hands into prayer. Bring it all the way through to heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down, so flat back. We're hinging at the hips. Okay, inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Stand all the way up. Are you feeling your feet rooting into the floor? Bring your hands to heart center. Come all the way through, back into mountain pose. All right, inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. And then come on down to tabletop. So a little awkward transition there, but it's all good, right? Okay, so you know the lineup. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Round your back up and then drop your belly. And get the breath into it. Now, for those who may feel that they have some osteoporosis, I believe I'm saying that correctly, in their back, I suggest when you come to cat, you stay in a neutral position, okay? And just be very careful if you go into that rounding that we don't want to do. Okay, one more time, around. Come into a flat back. Okay, bring the right foot back, ball of the foot to the floor, feeling an excellent stretch. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Let's come into bird dog. So lift the right leg up, left arm forward. Okay, just pause there for a moment. Come on back down. Then bring the left leg, ball of the foot to the floor, getting just a quick stretch. Okay, in the back. Okay, and then left leg comes up, right arm forward. Pause for a minute. Feel all the sensations that you need to balance. Okay, now let's get dynamic with this. So right leg and left arm come out, and you pause, and then you gently bring them down. Left arm, right arm, left leg come out. Come on back down. Let's do it again. Left arm, right leg. Come on back down. Left arm, right leg. Okay. Come on back down. Now this time, hold the left arm, right leg out. Hold it out. Find your balance. Find something to stare at on the floor. Don't forget to breathe, right? Come on back down. Okay. Left leg, right arm, hold it out. Don't forget to breathe. All right. Come on back down. Okay. So take your right foot, bring it back into like a warrior two stance. So you bring the whole bottom of the foot kind of behind your left foot, which is pointing back, and then bring your right arm up to the sky. So we're doing kind of like a kneel side angle pose, right? And you can bring your arm over, just getting a good stretch this way. Maybe bring your arm up. If you want to get adventuresome, you can lift that right leg up to the sky. Just hold it there. Again, we're going to do side. Yes, we're building up to half moon. So bring that foot down, right arm down. Pause. Okay, other side. I'm just going to flip around. So the left leg comes down. Okay, get yourself situated. If you want to, you can bring that right foot behind you. If this is a better kickstand for you for balance, or you can keep the foot kind of underneath that inner left thigh. You can lift the leg up. Notice what you're feeling on the outside of that leg, that hip going. All right, come on back down. And let's just stretch that out. So bring the right leg out, cross it over your left calf, look over your left shoulder, just opening up a little bit. And then come on back around. Left leg goes back, cross it over the right calf, look over your right shoulder. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Come on back around. All right, let's come to our first downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, so, oh, wow. I just love dog. Dog is like, to me, the energy and the calmness created together. Anyway, lift the sit bones all the way up. And then walk your feet behind your hands. We're back in that forward fold, okay? Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Stand all the way up. Feeling the feet really rooting. Fingertips to the sky. Bring it through heart center. And pause, right? Okay, inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Yay. Hinge at the hips, halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, bring that right foot way back. Bring the right knee down. I do this all on purpose because I want us to get a good front leg stretch in this low lunge. Okay, reach your arms up. If you want to, you can bend your elbows into cactus. Open up your chest a little bit. Reach the arms up. Exhale your hands down. Step back into tabletop or that plank pose. Lower yourself all the way down. Okay, tops of the feet to the floor. And basically when you come up, if you come up, you're keeping your lower ribs on the earth, okay? Exhale down. Let's do this. Let's come on back up tabletop. Okay, let's do our on the floor side angle. So bring the right foot down like warrior two stance. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Okay, you can lift your leg up if you want. Come on back down. Okay, come on back to tabletop. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog. All right, those palms are solid in the earth, right? And then walk your feet behind your hands. Did you use the opposite foot that you used the last time? Something to think about. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Palms come all the way through. Heart center. Pause. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Left foot way back. Left knee down. You know how to line up that ankle and knee, okay? Come on up to the low lunge. Reach your arms up. Maybe come into cactus to get a little bit more of a chest opener. It's all good. Come on back up. Bring your hands back down. All right, come into tabletop. Now we're going to do the other side. So the left foot, sorry, I'm going to have my back to you. Left foot is coming down. Come on into that side angle. Okay. It's kind of nice to know that side is there, how much you have to work to do the side. Come on back around. Tabletop, downward facing dog. And breathe. And anytime you want to skip, if you're just not feeling up to it today, you know what's coming next. We're going to do the standing. You can come into child's pose, okay? All right, walk your feet behind your hands. Come into the forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. And then stand all the way up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Hands into prayer. Come on through heart center. Pause. What happens when you do those pauses? You know, when we come into back up into standing in between poses, where do you go? Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, bring your right foot back. We are coming into warrior two now. Okay, so you're bending the left knee forward. You're making sure that if it goes over the front of your foot, some of you may not be able to do that. So the main thing is that the knee is not over your toes, okay? And you can be as wide as you want or not. Okay, arms out, okay? Really, again, just like that. Remember I said at the beginning where you kind of crunch your feet together, and then let it go and really feel the whole bottoms of your feet there. Okay, right hand on the thigh, reverse the warrior. Okay, feel the inner thighs really working here. Come on back up to warrior two, and then left elbow to left knee, right arm up. Make sure you're not collapsing down, but you're really opening up that shoulder, that right arm is opening up to the sky. Some of you have been probably working on your core, right? You're not going to really need to be leaning on your knee because you've been working at it, right? So maybe you bring your hand down to a block or to the floor, but still keeping that opening up to the sky, okay? And you can have your hand in front or back as long as you're not collapsing. All right, come on back up. Warrior two. Woo-hoo. Okay, windmill your hands down to the earth. Bring your right knee down, or for some of those that have been practicing plank, you can come into plank. Okay, lower yourself all the way down. Tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale up. Don't come up too high, but use that collarbone. Exhale down. Come on back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Nice big inhale and exhale. Feeling the stretch all the way in the back of your legs or around the upper arms. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Stand all the way up. Reaching up, all the way up. Palms come through. Pause. Connect. Calm. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side because we're going to do the other side. So inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Okay, left foot comes back, right knee bent. Okay. Setting up for warrior two. Okay, relax the shoulders. Okay, left hand goes to the back of the thigh. Okay, reaching over a side or a reverse warrior. Come on back up to warrior two. Okay, right elbow goes to right knee, left arm up. Okay, you're really working on keeping that core and that balance. And notice how that front foot is really rooted. You're always keeping that rooted, but that left foot is always there too, okay? It's how that center of your body is really working in this one. All right, come on back up. Okay, windmill your hands down to the floor. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. You're going to use the opposite foot that you walked forward with, right? Or you're keeping track of that. Okay, inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Stand all the way up. Reaching up, hands into prayer. Come all the way through and pause. Okay, inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, let's bring our right foot back into warrior two again. Coming up into warrior two, feeling nice and rooted, okay? Maybe lengthen or we're going into triangle, so lengthen your front knee. And when you lengthen it, you're not hyperextending it, okay? And then bring the left hand down, right arm up. Wherever it falls, it's good. And you will know if you're hyperextending. You'll feel that kind of that extra going on, okay? And be aware of it. And, you know, you can come down as low as you want, as long as you're not collapsing towards the front, okay? And notice what that front foot is doing. It's really rooting in. I'm trying to get you ready for a half moon, okay? So just kind of feeling this. And then come on back up. You can bend the front knee into warrior two. Let's do a reverse warrior. Come on back around to warrior two. Windmill your hands down to your front foot. Step back into plank or tabletop. Lower yourself all the way down. Come on up into cobra. And then come on back to downward facing dog. And breathe. A nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, you're going to walk your feet. Do you remember which foot you used the last time? Do the opposite one. Okay, front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Come on all the way up. Reach up. Palms together. Come all the way through. Pause. It's that centeredness, calmness when you get complete a vinyasa. That's where it all comes together. Okay, you're feeling really secure and ready to go. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, so the left leg's going to go back. I'm going to switch around. Warrior two. Okay, come on up. Okay, you're lengthening now the right knee, and then you're tilting down. Okay, so again, watch the hyperextension, and you maybe feel a little different on one side versus the other. Just notice it. And come on down as low as you want, whatever feels right. And remember that front foot that's really rooting down. Feel it. And then come on back up to warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Come on back to warrior two. Windmill your hands down and come on. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. And breathe. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, walk your feet or hop behind your hands. Throwing another one in there for you. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Wow, all the way up. And come on all the way through. All right. Okay, step your right foot way out. So we're coming into goddess. Okay, so you're bending your knees as much as you want, but really feel those inner thighs and how your feet are really rooted down. Bring your arms into cactus, okay, and let's get dynamic. So inhale up, exhale down. what happens when you come down, okay? Inhale up. Notice where you're working. Exhale down. Bring your shoulder blades together. Okay, make sure you're using all areas, inhale up, of your feet. So you're really pressing on both the inside and outside of the foot while you're doing this dynamic work. Okay, and then come on back down and hold it. Okay, and hold it. And now it feels like, yes, your inner thighs are working, and maybe you want to feel a little bit more. So squeeze the inner thighs like they're coming together. Keep your arms in cactus. Your shoulder blades are kind of down your back. Keep breathing. And then stand all the way up. Put your hands on your hips and step to the front of the mat. Okay, here's the time. You may want to get a block. You may want to have a chair. You may want to have something safe. Okay, be safe here, okay? I'm going to have my block on the highest one. So inhale your arms. We're coming into half moon. Exhale, fold forward. Okay. So I'm taking the block with my left hand and I'm starting to move my right foot back, just like we were doing in all those side angles. Okay. And now I immediately put my hand on my hip. You may want to keep your right hand down. You may also want to just start in Warrior 3. And whatever way works for you is okay, because we're ultimately going to be lifting that back leg up, okay? So this is a little tricky one. I'm going to probably fall out of it today, which I'm okay with. But remember, stare at something on the floor. So move that front block wherever you need it. You can keep the right hand on your hip, and you're opening that right pelvis up, okay? Oh, yeah. I know this is the side that I have fun with. And then if you want to, you can reach the arm up, just like we did in triangle. And you have to use that whole bottom foot. Some of you may not even need the block. You might have your hands to the floor. But notice how you're engaging those inner thighs, just like we did in Goddess. Yeah. Keep breathing. Open up a little more, maybe. And then slowly step down. Come on back up. And maybe shake it out a little bit. I like half moon. And by the way, if this is too much, come down on the floor and do the knee one. Whatever works for you. But we've kind of done it enough that you know what works for you. Just be safe, because this is a tricky one. Okay. Other side. So step the left foot back, okay, into your Warrior 2, because you want to open up the hip. So now the left hip is opening up to the sky. Or if you need to you want to do Warrior 3, that's all right too. Okay? And it's like you feel also the outside of those thighs, right? Holding it up there. Keep breathing. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come on back down. Come on back up and clap for yourself. You made it through a wonderful pose. Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Come on down to child's pose. Take a load off, right? And just sit back and relax, or get a drink of water. Do whatever you need to do to get ready for the next series. It's going to be fun. I warn you. All right. Come on down to your belly. And, okay, what did you do? Did you just flop down on your belly? Kind of believe some of you did. Come on up into that knee plank and lower yourself down, just like we do in chaturanga. So you lower. We want to work those arms, don't we? Keep those arms going. Lower yourself down. And if you plop down, at least you made an attempt. I don't like using that term, at least, but let me try this again. I'm glad you made an attempt. Leg and the left leg. So just get used to coming up and down. So inhaling up, shoulder blades together, exhale down. And then maybe the left leg. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, let's come with both of them up. So lifting up, thighs are off the floor, opening the chest. Don't forget to breathe. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. If you're quivering, that's good. And then bring your palms down, relaxed all the way down. If you want to, you can windshield wiper. All right. Okay. Tops of the feet to the floor. All right. Let's stretch while we're down here. All right. Bend the right leg. You can come up into Sphinx. I always forget to mention this. Reach around with your right hand. And I know some of you may need a belt or a tie or whatever to get this stretch. That's cool. And one thing a cue I'm going to give you, it may not work so much with just one hand, but see if you can press, if your hand's on the outside of the ankle or your foot, press your ankle into the hand. And you might feel a little bit more of a stretch or the glute working a little bit. And then bring that right leg down. Switch to the other side. Reach around. And start with that great stretch. If it's in your practice to do both, come on up. And then try that pressing. If your hands are on the outside, press your hands into it. If your hands are on the inside, press your ankle into your palms. These are different cues you can use if you're up to this part. All right, come on back down. Sit back into child's pose. All right, stretching everything out. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, next part. I'm going to give you all kinds of variations. We're going to do side plank. So you can certainly do side plank on your knees. Certainly do that. For those that you want to come up into plank, and the other thing is too, is if your arms are hurting too much, you can certainly be down on your elbows too. Okay, whatever works for you. I'm going to come up on my hands. Okay, so come on up into plank if this works for you, or get into the position you want, and move that kind of that left hand a little bit closer to your face. And then just like we did before, we kind of rotate around to the side. So my right foot is in front, just holding me there. I certainly can bring that right foot a little bit more in front if this is where you're at. Or if you're so keen to do, you can stack your legs, bring your arm up to the sky, whatever works for you. And hold it up there. Keep breathing. And then come on back around. Okay. You can sit back into child's pose if you want and pause. Okay. If not, you can come around to the other side and do what works for you. And again, you can be down on your knees. You can be down on your elbows. Just feel your sides really working. All right. Come on back down. And yes, sit back into child's pose. All right, huh? That felt really good. I want to hear about this one. All right, come on up. Come on into a seated position. Feet out in front. Okay, lengthen your back. Bring your hands behind you. And then reach your arms up. And remember, your folding at the waist, okay? And if you're naturally kind of rounded, you may want to sit up on a blanket to see if that works, or don't go as far, okay? So when you move forward, you're not collapsing as much, but keeping that chest open, okay? And maybe you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings, whatever is working for you. Lower back might be getting stretched. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. All right, come on up. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together. Okay, you can butterfly, loosen up a little bit. That always feels really good. And then again, fold forward. And if you really want to round your back, that's okay, but I'm just trying to give you a little bit more cues of not weakening this part of the chest part of the body that in time we know can weaken and collapse. We don't want that to happen. All right, come on back up. And what are we going to do? Oh yeah, bring your feet out. Let's do a reverse tabletop. So your hands can be behind you, whatever way you want. Your fingertips facing either back or towards your sit bones, just sitting up. I'm going to have my fingers back. And then if you want to, this may be enough. If you want to, you can lift your sit bones up. Okay? Just getting up good. Holding it up there. Watching that the neck doesn't fall all the way back down. And then come on back down. Woo-hoo, right. Okay. We'll do a little boat. So you got that lengthening. And now that we did the reverse tabletop, you should feel the elongation of the spine. Maybe your fingertips are going to stay behind you and you'll lift your legs up. You can start this way. That's great. You can bring one foot up and down. You can bring your hands behind your legs. You can lengthen your legs. You can let go. Just work the core. Wherever you're at today, it's okay. It's good. You're doing it. Congratulations. Hold yourself up there. Maybe you'll hold yourself up here for 5 minutes. All right, bring the soles of your feet down. Hug your knees. All right, let's slowly lower ourselves all the way down to our back. Okay. Let's start with the left foot, shall we? So bring the left foot over the top of the right knee. Bring it out to the left side. Your knee is going out to the left side of the mat. And then if you want to, you can lift the right leg up, clasp your hands behind the right leg, whatever feels right. Remember, you don't want the shoulders off the ground. And if your knees are bothering you, see if especially the left leg, maybe flex the foot, see if that helps. But if your knees are bothering you, you may want to skip this too. You can lengthen the right leg up. You can rotate the ankle one way, rotate it around the other. And then bring your foot back down, uncross your legs, and just pause. Take in that lovely feeling when you just melt into the mat. We're not at Shavasana yet. Okay, right leg comes over. You can lift the left leg up. You can thread the needle if you want. Just feel the good stretch of what's going on in that right hip. That inquiry of finding out what's going on inside the body. Lengthen the left leg. You can rotate the ankle around one way. Rotate it around the other. And then bring your foot back down. Soles of the feet to the earth. Just pause. And by the way, little thing here, if you don't mind, can you wait till after Shavasana? I have some announcements. Sorry, I don't usually do something like that, but I know some of you turn off at Shavasana, and I'm just hoping you stay through it. Okay, so coming into bridge, start lifting your pelvis off the ground. Okay, maybe you're grabbing the sides of your mat. Maybe you got robot arms. Maybe you're clasping your hands underneath your sit bones. Whatever works for you. And an important cue to really be inquisitive about is softening the sit bones, okay? Not necessarily using them as the go-to when you come in up into bridge. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the earth. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. Maybe rock side to side. And speaking of rocking side to side, let's come into happy baby. I haven't done that in a while. So bend your knees, and your knees are kind of going towards your armpits. You can grab your calves, you can grab your ankles, you can grab the bottom of your foot, whatever works for you. And then here you can rock side to side like a happy baby. Just take that in, opening up that lower back a little bit. And then bring your feet back down to the mat, tee your arms out, and then let's do a windshield wiper and do a nice slow windshield wiper side to side, or do any other pose or movement that you need to do before we go into Shavasana. All right. And then when you're ready, lengthen your legs out. Bring your hands down by your sides. Bring the shoulder blades down your back. Let the back of your head really rest into the earth. And again, inquire, be inquisitive, be curious about what is going on with your body when you come into this restorative pose. And if possible, kind of put into that, when I say restorative, put it into a restful pose. Being calm. It's very easy for the brain to take over and start going towards the future. Come back to the present. Come back to resting into your mat. Resting and focusing on the breath. Or just feeling the skin, the body, the back of the body, becoming at one with the floor. And it is always, always suggested you could stay here for the rest of the day. If not, start moving your fingers and toes. I didn't mean the rest of the day. I meant more like 10 minutes, because I know we all have things to do. Moving your fingers and toes, just getting movement back in your body. And then when you're ready, roll over onto a side. Just stay there. You always want to move slowly, gently. When you're ready, come on up to a seated position. And just pause for a moment. And again, feel this different sensation. So now the bottom of your body, your bottom is just rooted into the floor. Maybe bring your hands together and inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Namaste. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. A couple of things. As you may have seen, Deb has put up a release form. It was either on Facebook. I'm also going to put it in the notes. I do not like to do this, but this is just what is required if we need to continue. It's very simple to do. If you can take just a couple of minutes to do that. And also, if you're wanting to go deeper, further, and you want to do one-on-one Zoom, I will also add that into the show notes, class notes. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and thank you very much.